All right, guys, so I'm about to do a recap of these longs I got into today right before open, so during pre-market. Made about 2,600 on this in two contracts. We hit about 264 ticks. Well, we hit like 300 something in the trade. So what about like 312 maybe. But ended up getting stopped on the pullback. So yeah, about 260 something ticks or 60 something points, like 65, 66 points. All right, so I like to do my higher time frame analysis first during pre-market, and then I'll go ahead and scale down to the lower time frames for entry. All right, so what I was seeing this morning, just the levels that we were sitting at this morning. Number one, we were sitting inside of this 2 hour, just to give you guys everything. Okay, in the end, this didn't matter because we'll talk about it. All right, but we're sitting inside of this 2 hour supply zone up here, right? We had that up there. I had 899 marked. We had it as previous support here. Right over here, you see the touch. Came up, respected it. So I had it on the chart just as like a watch level. But then when I looked on Bookmap this morning, I actually saw that we had buyers sitting there. So I went and left that on the chart. Well, I left it on the chart as like buyers here because there are buyers sitting there on Bookmap. Okay. And then we also had, if we come down a little lower to maybe about the 30-minute, we had kind of like this little trend line. Hold on, let me make sure I'm drawing in the right spot. Let me go down to the 15. All right, we had this little trend line here. Sorry about that. All right. Very nice little calm trend line there, right? Touch. And this was basically the entry. All right. So we were moving up pretty not aggressively, but the uptrend was strong, whatever you want to call it. All right. We had a bunch of zones sitting here previously. So like there was like a lot of zones and levels, and the market was just blowing through all of them, right? So for me, I was aware of this 2 hour zone sitting here, right? Because the market reacts to zones. I mean, we have this 4 hour up here that we literally fell out of. I caught shorts out of this later on in the day. But the point is where we were at in the morning and what we were doing prior to us being in this area, breaking above literally every single zone we had and every single level above us. I wasn't too worried about this 2 hour in regards to like getting into shorts or anything. Obviously, we did see the initial reaction out of it. However, we got above that very key level for me. It's at 902 now, but I had it at 899 this morning. Same spot, 899, 902, 900, wherever you want to have it, same thing. Essentially, we got above that level, right? And we respected it. So now we're above this key level. For me, it's like if we stay above this level where we had buyers sitting at, where we have buyers sitting at, and it was also a key level, like according to the technicals on the chart, we're pretty much moving up now. And we're also in this super strong uptrend. So yeah, it was like, okay, unless we get below this level, I'm really going to be looking for longs. I don't really care about this 2 hour zone here, even though again, the market does respect zones, but you just got to see what the market's doing in the moment because it's not always going to do the same thing. It doesn't always respect every single level. So just because we have a level on the chart doesn't mean that we're going to automatically take a trade at that level. All right. So forget the 2 hour, ended up taking that off the chart. Essentially scaled down on to about the 1 minute for my entry. This actually was pre-market, so I kind of just had the order set, but you can see the entry down here. As soon as we tapped around 900, my order was filled, something like this. Super tight stop on this because I knew we were going into open and, volatility picks up or volume picks up right at open. Okay. And so it's a higher time frame level. So I'm okay trading pre-market as long as we have a higher time frame level that I know we should respect. If we don't respect, then we're going the other way. Right. So I was comfortable being in this, even though it was right before open, because levels are levels, regardless of when the levels are formed or when we're at the level. Okay. So we come down. Also, the level being right where the trend line at was like more confirmation, just like another confluence. Nothing too crazy, but just, okay, we're bouncing right at the trend line. We're right at that level. We got buyers sitting there. We're already in this super strong uptrend during pre-market. Like we're moving up. I think, what was it, over like 600 something ticks on this move up? Like from Yeah, like 612 ticks on the move up. So we're moving up. All right, we pull back a little and get ready for the continuation though. So that's what we was doing in my head. All right, so I got the entry there. We opened. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to it. There it goes. All right, we opened up. You can actually see, I told my Discord, for those that were on, for those that are not in the Discord, I told the Discord, I said, guys, I ended up getting into longs during pre-market. My order was at like right around 899, 900, and my stop is like right below the level. And so you can see if you didn't get in with me or if you missed it, there was actually an entry as it pulled back like right at open to get in if you missed it. And the market respected the level is the point. Okay, I'm literally on the 15-second. Just so I can show you guys the entry. Sorry, my bad. All right, so look, we moved up a little bit, pulled back, tapped right at the level, literally right at the level. All right, and moved on up. So even if you didn't get in during pre-market, a lot of times the market will quickly, like super quickly, come back to the level. If you miss it, then you're gonna miss the move. But it did give the opportunity to get in during open if you didn't get in during pre-market. Anyways, as far as targets go for this trade, I was really just using levels on Bookmap. We had sellers at 950 initially. We ended up getting above that. Cool. Love that. We get above the level. That means we're continuing to move up. I'm not going to cut the trade just because we get at, some level that we have sellers sitting at. That's not what it's for. It means if we get above the level, cool. We're just going to continue moving up. So the next area I was trying to target was around 22,000. We wasn't able to hit it when I was trying to go long or when I was in longs, but eventually we did. But we had sellers pop in around 975, somewhere around here, like 975, 979. So eventually we ended up moving up to that level, hitting it, and then we had a bit of a pullback, which I don't like sitting through the pullbacks because I don't like it. So yeah, that was the trade. You can see we ended up tapping again or rejecting again a little bit up here. Once we finally ended up breaking it, we were able to move up, pulled back again to that level, still respecting it, so on and so forth. All right. But that was the trade from this morning. This was a very simple trade, just, using that level that we had from Bookmap, also the little trend line, and, just keeping in mind the overall market structure. And using Bookmap levels for targets. That's what we had today. All right, so that was that. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know, and I will respond. But yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful, lovely, amazing, awesome, wonderful day.